Hi friends, Gina Mayo here, and I am part of Music in Our Homeschool. I've created Music in Our Homeschool to help all homeschoolers easily include a quality fine arts in your homeschool, no matter if you don't have enough time or you don't have expertise to know how to teach music yourself, or you have multiple children, or you have children who don't care about fine arts. We have something for everybody. Today we're focusing specifically on using the courses with your high schoolers, with your homeschooled high schoolers, because this is the TikTok Homeschool Conference for high school. I have 8 children of my own. I have graduated 6 already. I still have 2 in my homeschool high school for this coming up school year. I have lots of options for you to include fine arts in your homeschool. Hopefully you've checked out your state's homeschool laws and you know whether fine arts is required for your high schooler or not. Most states are, but I would argue that even if your state says that isn't required, it's a really good idea to include at least one fine arts semester class for your high schooler. It just helps them be more well-rounded, and if they do decide they want to apply to college, then they already have that on their transcript and they're good to go. So let me tell you the options that we have at Music in Our Homeschool. First of all, I have 3 music history classes. The first one starts in the Middle Ages and goes through the year 1799. So that's Middle Ages, Renaissance, Baroque, and Classical eras. So you're learning about composers such as Bach and Mozart, some of the big ones, Vivaldi. And then the second class is Music Appreciation or Music History of the Romantic Era, which is the 1800s. And you're studying composers such as Beethoven and Tchaikovsky and Brahms. Then we move into the 20th century music history class, where you'll study some of the classical composers that continued into the 20th century, but a lot more other styles too, like big band and jazz and rock and roll and folk music, and super fun class. I love the 20th century music history class. So let me tell you what else we have. We have some classes that will help your high schooler either learn to sing, that would be called Singing Made Easy, or play an instrument. We have Guitar Time with Ben and Bass Guitar Time with Caleb, which are great for your teens. Beginning guitar classes from these young guys that I think your boys or girls would relate to, and they can get started playing a guitar or bass guitar. Then we have some specialized classes such as Jazz Music Appreciations. That's a sound bites class where you have a lesson, a very short lesson every single day. And in Jazz Appreciation, of course, you're learning about all the jazz music of the 20th century. We have Sound Bites 100 Women Composers, if you'd like to focus on women composers and their music. If you're a Charlotte Mason homeschooler, then you might like the Charlotte Mason inspired high school fine arts class, which includes not only composer study, but also art appreciation and poetry study. That was a really fun one to check out. And then finally, we have music theory classes. Beginning music theory for teens is great, whether you have a middle schooler or a high schooler who wants to get started with music theory. And I will have another video on this channel talking specifically about music theory, probably back to back with this video so you can find both of them easily. Beginning music theory with teens is going to teach your children about everything related to reading music. So you're learning about the musical staff and the different types of notes and rests. You're learning about key signatures and how to actually write the music down. So it's a good precursor to songwriting, to composition, or just understanding how music works if you are a musician, a pianist, or violinist, or singer. Really good to understand basic music theory. So that's the Beginning Music Theory for Teens course. And then if you have a high schooler who wants to be a music major, I highly recommend my Advanced Music Theory for Teens course, which will help you be ready for that weed out class freshman year as a music major. Difficult music theory if you have not taken it before. So take advanced music theory in high school, maybe your senior year. It is a difficult class. It's a kind of a college level class, and that will help you be more successful when you go to college if you want to be a music major. All the other classes that I mentioned, though, are not for music majors. They're for everybody. They're to help you understand what music is, how it relates to our world, and why it's important for you to have a basic understanding of it. The basic understanding of certain kinds of instruments and forms, such as the orchestra or opera or musical theater. It helps you relate to other cultures and understand the music from other countries around the world. Their instruments are different, their scales might be different. They have different tunes that came from folk music in their communities. So it's wonderful to study all of this and to at least have one semester of fine arts. And if you want to do more, great. Where do you find these classes? You head over to learn.musicinourhomeschool.com, and our coupon code is awesome. You can save 30% off your course, and this is for any course that you choose, and the courses are lifetime access, so they won't just last for 1 year. You can use them later, you can use them with multiple children, and the code is TikTok 2026. TIKTOK 2026. So head over to learn.musicinourhomeschool.com and look at any of the courses that you want to, because there are free preview lessons, and that way you can try before you buy. And I do have money back guarantees as well, so you will not feel forced into something that you find isn't a good fit for your family. Have questions? Please ask questions. That's what I'm here for. Again, my name is Gina Mayo. This is Music in Our Homeschool. See you in the next video.